So hello and welcome to more of the Infinite Upgrades mod, or rather the Ascendant Upgrades mod. This is the second video on it. Check out the first one if you haven't. You guys seem to enjoy that first one, so back for a part 2 because there's, well, still a lot of unfinished business with a lot of towers we could possibly experiment with this really cool mod. So just as a refresher, there are 3 different upgrades once you max a tower's upgrades. You can either choose between Strength, which gives damage, Speed, which gives attack speed, and then Force, which gives pierce and range. So together, you can make a very, very powerful tower, provided you have enough money for it. So the way we're going to run it back is pretty much the same as last time, with 3 towers max, and we're basically going to focus on maybe 1 or 2 towers at a time. Took a look at the comments, and I think a lot of people want to see how Attack Zone turns out, so I guess we'll try that first. So I'm going to be allowing myself to use 1 farming tower, no more, no less, so that's going to be the 520 farm. And I think even though we ran into a dead end last time at like around 140 or so, I think with the extra knowledge I have with this mod, we can make it further, all the way to like 300, or rather around infinity. Because as you saw at the end, when I had 100 strength and speed upgrades, which obviously cost a fortune, but if you do have that much, then you can pretty much beat an infinite amount of rounds, because the upgrades are actually multiplicative. I thought it was additive because that's a good way to balance it, but nope. It's actually a 1.1 times speed, pierce, and damage increase. Thanks comment section for that info. So if you're aware of the power of exponents, then you'll know things get crazy really quick when it's a multiplier. So also, let me just get a 3rd tower. This one isn't going to be, Ascendant. I'm just going to focus on Attack Zone for now. Now, with that being said, I think another important tidbit of knowledge for these Ascendant upgrades is that the more expensive the tower is, the stronger it's actually going to be, because it's not related to the price of the tower. Like, once you get the maxed upgrades, all of them start at 5k and they slowly go up by 1,000 for every upgrade you buy. So, percentage-wise, it'd be more worth it to go for a higher base tower. Because, like, say you have 10 upgrades in everything, which will, at that point, be the same cost as the Ascendant upgrades go to an insane price. I also got rid of the wizard for the ace, by the way, just for count purples, but seem to have our own problems with that. BRF now. So contrary to popular belief, I don't think the Attack Zone will be as strong as some of you guys might be thinking, because pretty much anything that costs more than it will probably be better. And also, I'm just going to get rid of it because I just realized I probably can't survive with just those 2 towers by outbuffing because of the 3 tower max. Although maybe Attack Zone will benefit for the fact that it can also utilize the 3rd path, the Ascended Force. Just gonna get a Sky Shredder, by the way, and then go to B Central. The stronger the tower is, we can probably survive, like the goal for this run is to try to get to a point where I know I can basically survive infinite rounds with just the money rolling in from 1 farm over here. I think it's important we limit it to 1 farm, otherwise, as you saw with just millions of dollars, you can get 1 tower that survives infinitely. And it's very easy to do that if you see boss events where people can get up multiple Paragons in a game. And that's only by like round 120. Since we're going further than that, the farms will have way more time to make money. Anyways, maybe I should have gone for another farming tower or something with my 3rd tower, because I feel like I'm getting this B Central way later than I'm supposed to. But I guess we can start building the Attack Zone now. We're basically going to be upgrading all of them equally, because I think they all benefit from it. Also, hopefully the speed bug is fixed. Last time, I can only go for 3 Ascendant upgrades, but I think I know a fix for it. Also, actually, no. You just saw it ate it up again. I don't know what's going on with speed. Can I try strength? Okay, hang on. It's eating up again. Okay, I don't know what just happened there, but let me just try again after I reload the game. Still no. Okay, this is just a really strange bug all around. Let me just try 1 more time. Still no. Actually, let me just try upgrading again. Oh, okay. Guess I don't have to replace the attack. For some reason, just on that round, they didn't seem to give anything. Well, now that it works, we better make use of it. So we'll just, again, do it in order. 2, 2, and 2. I do realize the attack can't hit lead or camo. That's why I plan to give it a 030 village when Sky Shark can no longer, like, handle DDTs. Also, I don't think I can beat 95. Nope. So I think in that case, it is time to give it a mib and see if Attack Zone can do it. I don't think so, though. We only have 5 strength. Alright, so watching carefully. Again, this is an unbuffed Attack Zone, so you guys have seen how good Attack Zone is buffed, but when it's unbuffed, it's pretty crappy. I think it's enough, though, to barely hold on. Okay, cool. Let's go for 555 now. And I think I'm seeing some ceramics leak, right? Yeah. Can be 96. Unlucky. Well, I hate to see it go this early, but I think we got to replace the tax zone. Also, I think there's another problem that when I spend 9,000 in speed, I actually end up spending 2 times more than that. So, yeah. Don't know what's going on with this bug. And I just need a base tower that's strong enough. So, I think I just gotta skip the fake lane. Sky Shredder, I think, will struggle a little bit. So, I'll just go ahead. Yeah, and just get a mid for it. Actually, I don't need a mid, but sure. Yeah, maybe we'll come back to tax zone later, but for now, let's see if we could actually make it all the way. Like, if you think about it, these upgrades are actually pretty cost-efficient when you consider the base tower is like $100,000. So for $5,000, you can increase the damage by 10%, which for $5,000, you can increase the power of it by 10%, which is pretty efficient, as opposed to like a $20,000 getting 10% increase for $5,000. Yeah, not very good. Now, I think, again, there's another problem. Spending $9,000, but it's eating up twice the amount, which, okay, maybe it's a shadow nerf or something, I don't know, or some sort of bug, but I'm supposed to be getting, probably should have more than twice the amount of upgrades that I currently have. Well, I guess that's one way to unintentionally balance it. Maybe that's why it was eating up upgrades, because I didn't have $10,000, but the upgrade actually cost $5,000. That would probably make more sense. And again, that's why a skilled tax zone was doing so bad, because I put so much money into it, not knowing that, well, it was even less efficient than I thought. Because, yeah, I was spending $10,000 to get 10% more damage on a 20k tower. Yikes. Guess we'll keep an eye on the money count then. I also shouldn't be upgrading any more than the 3 Pierce Surfers we have, because, again, I'm pretty sure we don't need it. These are economical up until the point where I guess they're too expensive, where maybe Pierce would help a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and officially get our 10th strength and speed upgrade. So, doing some quick exponential math, we have about 2.6 times the damage and 2.6 times the attack speed. Well, so far it's looking like we're having a much easier time than when we did 2 cheaper towers in Archmage and a Prime. 138, still no problems. Also, for your convenience, there's a DPS counter on the top right. If you're just curious about how much this Ascended Tower is doing. Looks like against an FBAD, we're getting about 7.5k DPS, so that's going to be more than enough to take it down, I think. Yes, indeed. But again, since things are getting more expensive, and this farm only gives you, like, what, $4,000, $10,000 in a round? I forget exactly, but it's not that much alone. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty hard to outscale, I feel like, unless, again, I had more money, but trying to work with limited money for a challenge here. If this does fail, though, we do have more expensive options I can try out, like either Super Mines or Legend of the Night, so don't worry. We do have a backup in case things fail, and this thing can sell for a good amount of money. I'm free to upgrade this, right? Yep. 14 speed now. Okay, this round's looking pretty scary, I feel like. Yeah, fortified DDs are going super fast. 8 lives? Ah, we lost the ceramics. Yeah, I think without a doubt, if we had the double... If we didn't have the double cost of the Ascent upgrades, we probably could have gone to Infinity with the Ace, but doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Now, we'll only be getting 85% of the money from selling this, but hopefully that should still be enough, especially when the tower itself costs way more. Now, hopefully a 520 is okay. I'm afraid that when the round starts, we won't have enough spikes, but I don't know. Let's just start upgrading, I guess. So we won't bother with Pierce or range. Doesn't Zero Mines have a lot of Pierce? But actually, if you increase the Pierce of the mines, it might do something. So, okay, I'll do a couple. How about 5? And it looks like I can do 14 and 13. So that's pretty close to the amount I had for Flying Fortress. Just 1 or 2 less speed. That's fine. And if you look at the damage, yeah, that's doing a lot better than Flying Fortress. So we can make it a lot further. We can keep... We don't need the village either, so just keep the boat. Or I guess a little bit of money. Just for reference, by the way, with 15 Ascent upgrades, that's about 4.1 times multiplier. So yeah, 4.1 times damage and 4.1 times speed right about now. It certainly helps you can upgrade them equally too. So in that sense, this is a Super Mines that is 16 times stronger than normal, and looks like it can easily breeze through the 160 so far. I wonder if a Legend Knight will actually be better than a Super Mines, because it is more expensive, but that might be because the power is associated with the portability rather than the tower itself. So this might just be the final boss of them all. Okay, update. We are now at 20 times attack speed and damage. So for reference, that's about 6.5 times the initial tower. And it's still looking like it's having a pretty easy time, so it's close to straddle line of if it can actually handle to infinity and beyond. Again, the money gain is really slow at this point, so we're getting like an ascent upgrade once every like 2 or 3 rounds. Here's 21. And time for round 200. Look at the DPS on that bat there. 130k. 300k I saw right there. Yeah, don't forget the Super Mines has extra fortified damage too, so it's not a surprise it's taking it down probably nearly as fast as a bad. Yeah, not nearly as fast, that bad pop faster, but you know, still very, very good. And now with this next strength upgrade, we will have 25 of each. And also, I'm pretty sure I just noticed the money counter, it went normally for strength, which is really weird. Now, sadly, I'm not paying 2 times cost, which I guess is cool. You want to see me go ahead and upgrade it again with strength? Yeah, it only goes down normally. That's really strange. Weird how it works, but I'll take it, I guess. If I upgrade speed, you see it still costs twice the amount. So maybe in that case, I should upgrade strength more since, yeah, that's what we seem to be getting a discount on right now. How about range? Does that also get discounted? No, that's twice the cost. But yeah, for reference, at about 26 stacks, we have about 11 times the base damage. So over 100 times than normal, this Super Mines is. So can we confidently say we've beaten scaling? Because I want to say so. If you didn't know, the round scales like additively from a base tower. I know it like during certain rounds, the scaling starts ramping an insane amount, but again, it's all additive, so I feel like at some point we will be able to outscale it, even though, again, the cost is more expensive, but if it's only $1,000 increases, then it's actually not that bad. So I think because of that, I think we can say, yes, we've officially beaten Scale-In, and holy crap, we're getting millions of DPS with this guy. I saw 4.5 million right there for a bit. So because we know this beats infinite rounds at this point, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the tower we want to try to start the attack zone. Again, definitely not going to be very strong, but it should still be interesting to see, well, how fast it shoots, really, and I guess how much DPS it can do if we spend everything into it. So I can really only get 25, 26, and 21. Well, let's take it slow and play. I think we die instantly, right? Yeah. Even with all those attacks, and that attack speed, and that range, infinite range attacks, DT still whiz on by. I guess while we're already here, why not just try Legend Knight, just in case to see if it is better than the Super Mines or not. So let us go again, and take a look. Okay, can't beat FDTs. How about FBAD? So I think the fact that, like, the Super Mines explosion is way bigger, so you can affect multiple things at once. I think that means, yeah, this is definitely not as strong as Super Mines. Still 35 million pops, though. Nothing to scoff at. But yeah, that's it. That's the video. If you have any other towers you want me to try sending upgrades on, then maybe leave a comment down below. But otherwise, I'll see you next time.